Hello, I'm Jesse with Off to Work, and today I'm going to show you how to open and pour Prosecco like a pro. This is a great skill to have if you are working in hospitality and events, or if you just like to host a dinner party and want to impress your friends. It's really important that when you're opening champagne or Prosecco that the bottle is chilled for at least 45 minutes. These bottles are obviously highly pressurized with lots of carbon dioxide, meaning bubbles, and by chilling it, it just calms the carbon monoxide down so it's not an angry bottle when you open it. So you want to take a nice napkin and just dab the bottle dry. The reason why we dab and not wipe is so you don't remove the label. Once you have wiped off your bottle, you can start opening it. You want to find the tab that's hit on top of the bottle. This is going to release the foil on top. So I'm just going to take the tab, peel it around, and then just remove the top bit of foil. It's really important to remember that when you're practicing opening up bottles of champagne or Prosecco, that you try to practice it without ever putting the bottle down. So even if you're doing it at home, it's just a really good practice to get in to always have it in your hand and not rest it on a surface. Once you remove the foil, it's really important that you make sure your thumb stays on top of the cork from now on. There is a cage there to keep the cork in place. Once you have found this position, you can find the little key on the side, just here, which is securing the cage, and just untwist it. Once the cage is untwisted, it is now a live bottle, so this cork could fly out at any time. That's why we keep the thumb on top. It is kind of personal preference how you tackle the next step. I always take the cage off and then just make sure that my thumb stays straight back on top of it, but you can keep the cage on if you would like to. You want to make sure that you're always angling the cork towards yourself, so into your shoulder here. Once you've found your shoulder, you want to switch your grip to make sure that your hand is covering the cork, so you can begin twisting it to release the cork. So I'm going to start doing that now. You will feel the cork start to force its way out as you start twisting. When you feel like it's about to pop, tilt it to the side and you should hear a nice hiss. So now you have one open bottle of bubbles. So now that we have an open bottle of Prosecco, I'll show you how to pour. So we just add a necktie around the bottle. So when it comes to pouring, if we do get any drips down the side of the bottle, they'll be caught by the napkin. First step is going to be to wet the glass. So I'm going to change my grip on the bottle. Underneath there's a lovely indent. This is for your thumb. And then fingers go over the rest of the bottle like so. To wet the glass, you just want to add a little drip into the bottom of the glass, like so. This is so when it comes to pouring the rest of the glass, it doesn't fizz up as much, and it'll just be a much more controlled pour. If you're pouring for a guest, we recommend to go just above the halfway mark, but if you're pouring at home, pour with your heart. So that is how you open and pour a bottle of champagne. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.